everybody, and thank you very much, Flat Fact, who left me this message today. I think that the video I'm going to add from their channel, or 2 videos, will show you why they've written this message. So she said, I think you need to change the beginning of your video and add this bit in. But we're going to have this video for Flat Fact. Go over to her channel and sub. I think she's a she. Good that she's involved. It's brilliant. I like her videos, and so I'm adding it to my channel. Thank you very much. Let's watch her video.
A flat fact. A flat fact. The realm. Do you know what the realm is? A story we agree to tell each other over and over till we forget that it's a lie.
I am whispering. What is about to be revealed to you could be the greatest mind-washing the human race has been subjected to in the entire history of us. Is it the ultimate conspiracy of all time? The conspiracy of the collective, the false consciousness. The conspiracy of the sun. We, as a collective, have been unwittingly perpetuating the greatest conspiracy of all time, one that's been passed down from generation to generation like a virus, infecting us with a false sense of reality. Have you been living in that dream world? Did you make a prison for your mind?
The conspiracy of the sun. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. The sun. People have painted it, photographed it, and written countless songs and poems about it. For millennia, humans looked up at the sky and measured the time by the cycles and marveled at the sight of the sun. Until about approximately 100 years ago, the strangest thing happened. Mankind slowly became disconnected from the natural. Mankind as a collective stopped looking and marveling at the sight of the sun in the sky. When was the last time you looked at the sky? When was the last time you had a quick peek at the sun? What colour is the sun? Textbooks and education materials, astrophysicists, scientists, and the public, as evidenced by the millions and millions of images, depict the sun as yellow, sometimes orange, and frequently a red flaming ball. The colour of the sun as viewed in reality is not a matter of interpretation or convention. It is a fact, a flat fact,
Flat fact. A flat fact.
that can be verified by anyone who takes the time to look. The sun in the sky is white. And yet, despite this fact, this truth, this self-evident truth, the yellow or red flaming ball depiction of the sun continues to be perpetuated in education materials around the world, as well as a proliferation on the internet. Images that are repeated over and over again can be used to reinforce particular ideas or messages, making them seem more credible or believable, even if they are not based on facts. These are known techniques for brainwashing mind control. Let's have a look at a quick image search. Search engines are just computer software that index data that people have put on the internet. I typed in the word sun, S-U-N. Lots of red flaming balls. The first image on the list is National Geographic, red flaming ball. Second image on the list, we have a graphic from NASA of a yellow sun. The third image on the list is another red flaming ball from National Geographic, the kids. Ooh, we see a couple of white suns of truth. The next search term is the sun graphics. Ooh, look what we see now. Yellow suns, yellow suns, yellow suns. Why? Has this been a deliberate effort to mislead people? And how did this ever become possible considering everyone can see the sun? And see, the sun is white and the sky is blue. Has this misinformation been perpetuated in order to promote a certain agenda or ideology? Or is it simply a case of misinformation being perpetuated without correction? Well, you've heard it in the beginning of my videos. The story of the realm repeated over and over till we forget it was a lie. I mentioned in Addendum 1 of these chapters how I've been polling people for the last 7 years on the colour of the sun. I also mentioned that science has stated that you are not to look at the sun, you are not to even peek at it. It might burn your eyeballs out, and if you go out in the sun, you could get cancer and it will kill you. Science scared the people, so they stopped looking, stopped paying attention. And now, there is more to scare the bejesus out of you with the plasma apocalypse, feeding the dystopian minds. The sun, once considered to be life-giving, became an enemy of the people. The sun is life-giving. The plants and animals are tuned to the cycles of the sun, the time of the seasons. We, as a collective, are not. Does it matter? Does it matter if you continue to believe the sun is yellow or a flaming red ball? Does it matter if you continue to create graphics and videos featuring a yellow or red flaming ball sun under the pretense of truth? Does it matter if this false idea of the sun continues to be perpetuated to the children, to the next generations? Of course it matters. So stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
I wanted to add to the video that a lot of people have put those questions into my channel about the white sun. So because we always talk about the yellow or the orange sun, that this is maybe why people think the sun has changed. But it seems that it has always been white. I suppose what it is it's this flaming ball at 93 million miles away. You know, But anyway, most people, when they actually monitor it, realise it's not that far away. None of that stuff up there is actually that far away. Well, not nearly as far as they say it is. But anyway, let's carry back on with the video.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. My previous video, The Ultimate Conspiracy of All Time, I brought forward the false consciousness where people believe something that just isn't true. So I got a lot of responses. In the addendum video, I mentioned that I'd been asking this question, asking people what colour the sun is for about 7 years. Well, now it's 8 years. In the comments of that video, you'll see people are believing the sun was yellow when they were growing up. Similar comments are also on that latest video. For example, the sun was yellow when I was growing up in the 1980s. The sun was yellow when I was growing up in the 1970s, 1960s, 1950s. I don't get this reaction in real life. People are usually surprised when I point to the sun in the sky and they see it as white. Many have said they've never thought about it. I might say they never really look at the sun, which is fair enough. We're going to look at some evidence of what the ancestors said the colour of the sun was, going all the way back to the calendar year 1450. But before we go to 1450, we're going to look at a movie filmed in colour showing the sun in 1948. We're going to look at a scene from American Western film called The Three Godfathers. The movie was filmed in Technicolor in the year 1948, and the set location was Death Valley, California, America. The film stars a young John Wayne, Pedro Amenderes, and Harry Carey Jr. The scene we are looking at finds our three heroes in a typical Western scenario, walking through the desert, dying of thirst. Added to this, they have a baby. The actor Harry Carey Jr. falls down. John Wayne takes the baby while Pedro is reading a verse from the Bible. John holds his hat in front of the sun. When the man dies in the scene, John Wayne removes his hat to reveal that on this day in 1948, in California, the sun is white. So now we'll go back in time before 1948 to the 1800s. Since Vincent van Gogh also came up in the comments, Starry Night featuring a yellow moon and yellow stars is probably the most iconic and publicly known painting of Vincent's, and it was painted in 1889 when he was residing in an asylum due to his deteriorating mental health. Vincent only sold one painting during his lifetime, the painting The Vineyard at Arles, the Red Vineyard. In 1888, Vincent van Gogh painted a white sun. Now let's go to the calendar year of 1632. Sermons by Lancelot Andrewes, who was the Lord Bishop of Winchester, describing the sun in text. There is no confusion. Quote, "Not to be kept in the shadow, but brought out into the sun, the bright and white sun of this day." End quote. From the same book in 1632, quote, "Even the Sun of Righteousness, the white sun." End quote. Notice the spelling of the sun, S-U-N-N-E. Now let's go a little earlier to the calendar year of 1605, titled The First Book of Song or Airs, written in 1605 by Francis Pilkington, which also has tablature for the lute. We find the lyrics, quote, "Like the daffodil, white as the sun, fair as the lily," end quote. Now let's go further back in time and look at two manuscripts. With the help of Google, I actually found more. I included these two because I could read the text. The names of the manuscripts are cited on screen. The first one, 1585, handwritten, white sun. And the earliest I found was in 1450, also handwritten and very clearly says, white sun. As I mentioned in the video, The Ultimate Conspiracy of All Time, it was about 100 or so years ago when the rot of the yellow sun started to invade beliefs. It is a white robe that the Son of God wears, not a yellow one. The light is white. Fiat lux, let there be light.
Please go over to Flat Facts channel and sub to them. And so what colour is the sun? Yellow, orange or white? Thanks very much.